Hello, welcome to the first video that we are making available for people looking for jobs online. I'd like to introduce you initially to services2u.net and the services that are available through that. The video today is going to be on JobCentre Plus, but additional support can be available where we can actually support you through Christian Job Search Support. So, Christian Job Search Support and Services2u are two sites that will actually help you in finding work through additional support. Today we're going to be looking at JobCentre Plus. For many people, the Job Centre is an area that they've seen in the high street, and you may not be so aware that jobs are actually advertised on the internet as well. Today we're going to look at how you can search for and apply for jobs. So the first thing we're going to do is go through the process of searching through a job online. My experience has been over the years that searching for work is an interesting challenge, and sometimes we're not entirely sure how to apply for jobs. But this is the first page that JobCentre Plus actually run. We're going to be looking at applying for jobs and searching for work. Now, JobCentre Plus gives you the option to actually save jobs, and we're going to be looking at that particular angle as well. The first thing I'm going to look at is I'm going to take into consideration that we're going to select a category, and in this particular instance I'm going to select information technology as a job area. So I've selected that. You'll see a couple of other categories further down, but I'm actually just going to go directly into that section there. It gives me the opportunity of looking at IT managers and professionals, IT technicians, or all positions. Now, not every employer is going to know exactly what category they want to look for. We want to make sure that we have as many options as possible within the IT field. So here again, I click on the next section, which is location. Now you'll note that we have this series of bits of information here that gives us the option to look for different aspects to it. We also have a series of different ways that we can actually look for work, and you'll notice the all button. Please don't try to fill in all categories. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is type in a postcode, and I'm going to go for a different postcode than we have here, because you might be going onto a computer where somebody else has already used this particular location. We're going to try a distance of 10 miles, and then we're going to go through to the next button. We're missing out all the other buttons, remember? We have our section 5 now of preferences. Okay, we have a preference option, and we've got the choice of which section we want to go in for. Now, this is going to reduce the options that you actually have for work. Okay, so this is something that you may wish to consider. To increase your options, if you go to preferences, this will increase the number of categories that it will select out of its database. Now, you might feel that you have to look for jobs over 30 hours a week. Now, preference reduces that particular option of permanent and only. Show me jobs for the last fortnight. Well, you may well feel that if you're regularly searching, you don't need to check for the last fortnight, and jobs may well have gone. No preference, well, you've got your hours, work pattern, location, data input, and permanent or temporary. In other words, categories up here. Okay, so I'm going to go for no preference in this particular issue. Now, you could say, well, actually, I prefer to change that selection. That's an option that JobCentre Plus give you at this stage. So, narrowing down, and we have a whole selection of positions that we might decide that we're going to go for. Now, you'll remember further back in the page, and you can rewind this video, watch it again, and check out the information. You will remember that in actual fact it gave us the mileage. Now, it says here the following results are close to your category but not in the search. That's because further down you'll find that maybe this is a London from Lincolnshire more than 20 miles. So that's the reason why that information is on a lower section, because that does not give you as much as the information as you might like. You might only be interested in these specific areas, in this particular instance, in those particular vacancies that fit in nearer your criteria. So here we have had a whole selection of information. Now we can save this search quite simply like that. Now, as you can see, I have used this facility, so what I'm going to do in actual fact now is going to actually register in a different way. So I'm going to say that we're not registered, and I am going to produce a totally different name. I'm going to produce this name here. Okay, and I'm going to put in a different password, and we are going to produce password and username. And okay, what are we going to go for? We're going to go for that. I'm not giving anything away in the fact that that information is there, and I'm based in that area. You're probably aware of that if you've watched any of the other videos. So we're going to select that, and we're going to put that in, and that gives us the option of saving our favourites. So I can go to my choices, and I can see that I have information here. We can go to back results, and we've already got those results saved. Now you can also choose a particular job. So for example, I'm going to go say that I want that particular position, and I'm looking at that particular position. We have a telephone number there, we have a name of a business, total recruitment, and we know that in actual fact that information will apply for that job, and we can phone those people up. But because we've already saved this information, it gives us the option of going back at a later date by clicking on the Save Job. So we've saved the job. We know that if we were to look into this particular position again, say tomorrow, we can find that information out by logging in. Okay, so we can actually log in, and we can also delete the job if it turns out not to be appropriate. So hopefully this will have given you some idea of the information that you can find out by applying for jobs, and you can log in to the basic Job Centre Plus website. We also know that we can, for example, go to this one here, and again we can save the job. So back to our results, back to our choices, and we have my jobs there. You can see our 2 jobs are saved for information. These do actually expire after a period of time, so please take that into consideration. We can change our password if we're worried about security information. We can log out here, and this is a useful thing to do. If you use a computer on a regular basis, as your own personal computer, that might not be so important. But we are using here the option to log out to complete this particular tutorial, and hopefully that might be of some use to you. As I say, just as a reminder, don't forget that we have a couple of options. If we want looking for work, we can look for work through services2u.net, and you will see this particular page coming up with options on 3 different categories, and those categories, if you want further information on, you can have. We really want to support you through Christian Job Search support that has recently been launched, and that is for really supporting you as you look for work. There will be other videos that interconnect with different sites from this, and we do hope you take the time to check out the other videos that will be published in this particular area. In the meantime, thanks for taking the time to watch the video.